Welcome to another tutorial on BasedBellagio. This time we're doing botany. Botany is a very special job. It is the first real job in the service department that you should try, besides like chef or bartender, that really has insanely deep mechanics. These mechanics basically revolve around growing plants, the health of the plants, mutating them to different various other plants and crazy wacky stuff. And then the other side is organic chemistry, using the plants and extracting their chemicals by juicing them or grinding them and then putting them in your sap master. The first thing you want to do is really hack the vending machines to get access to all the good stuff, including the good nutrients. But we'll do that later. For now, we'll just get started. When you're a beginner botanist, the first thing you should realize, everything you grow is going to go to two places. Either the refrigerator here for the chef, or the biogenerator, which is here. Let's get familiar with some of the equipment around here. This is your seed extractor. Anything you put into it, you will get seed packets out of. That one is more efficient than using the portable one. We will start by growing this wheat over here. Now on the hydroponic trays, and these are more superior than the dirt for this reason, because they have sensors on them that tell you what's wrong. Green means it's ready to harvest. Red would be low health. That's either caused by toxins or lack of nutrients, water, etc., lifespan, pests. And the red light in the middle is high weeds, pests, or toxicity. Yellow is low nutrient and blue is low water. You want to grow a variety of stuff, and it could be overwhelming to a new botanist, all the different mutations. So every round just play around with a few different kinds of things. These are sugar cane. We'll grow some of this for the chef. Pumpkins are great for the biogenerator. So we're going to make a bunch of pumpkin seeds and we'll grow a bunch of pumpkins. So the basic nutrients is easy nutrient. This is your most basic one. They say it'll cause your plant to mutate once every life cycle. I don't believe so. If you want it to mutate, use left for Z more. This is like your basic nutrient, but the better one is robust harvest if you don't want any mutations. So let's do robust harvest in this one, and we'll do easy nutrient in this one. And these are ready to harvest already. You just left click, and then all the wheat goes on the floor. We definitely want to grab one and make seeds out of it, because this is now a generation 2 stock. What that means is it takes all the benefits of everything we did previously, which wasn't much, and it's going to keep advancing it. Basically, you can grow stronger and stronger and stronger plants this way. Now we're going to take left for Z and put them here. If you hold control and with an empty hand and left click, you could turn these on auto or off auto. We don't want them on auto. Auto kind of like puts them in a stasis. It'll feed them and water them and all that, but we don't want that. We want to do that ourselves. He's using a wrench to activate this plumbing, and you could plumb this to water, to anything, nutrients, chemicals. So the next batch we get, we're going to harvest it with some tools here. Let's go over all the tools. We got secateurs. These are like shears basically. They're used for grafting the plant. We'll talk about that later. That really is like, you could take traits from one plant and add them to another plant. We're going to add perennial growth to these wheats, and then they'll just keep growing back and back. We don't have to keep planting them. That'll be important. You have your little cultivators here. This is used for removing weeds and also a little attacking tool. But the real attacking tool is your hatchet. This is used for cutting down things, chopping wood, making boards. Very important. It's like your defensive weapon. Your plant analyzer is your most important tool in the entire building for growing. You'll need that to check the health of the plant, the mutations. This is a portable seed extractor. This is also used to pick up a harvest. Let me show you. We're harvesting. You just left click on the pile and it'll pick it all up in here. Then you could take one out individually to feed the little cow. So the rest of this wheat, you can just grab the bag again. And this seed is called a portable seed extractor because you can, I think if we hold shift and left click, we can examine it. And it tells you to hold control and click to activate seed extraction. This is less efficient than using the big machine over there. So if you really need seeds, use the big one. If you just want to process all your stuff, use this one. But we're going to pick this stuff up now, go up to the refrigerator and left click on it. And now we just filled the refrigerator with some wheat. Very cool. Now I want to keep growing that species. That, like, will be Gen 3 now, is what I'm labeling it. A lot of seeds came out of it because you can also pick up seeds with this bag. Because it's getting healthier and healthier, this plant. Remember, this tray has the left for Z in it, and it takes a while. Left for Z is not as powerful as unstable mutagen. We're gonna have to water these soon. Grab a watering can bucket, left click on the high capacity water tank or any type of sink, water source, and then left click to water. Now let's take our plant analyzer and take a look. And this kind of tells you the difference between both. The one with left for Z should be more instability. This instability number is what you want for it to mutate. But you can grow different kinds of species of wheat. Again, every plant can mutate. You really want to play around with this as a botanist. Look at the wiki. Every round, play with different plants. Everything that you're not using, give it to the chef or the... Watch, we're going to fill up the bio generator right now. These are all doing really good. Now, the automatic growing uses more energy, basically. Which, if you watch my engineering episode, you can see where energy is produced. But I just dumped in pumpkins and now we go to generate. And it's generating units of biomass. This biomass is one of the botanist's great tools. Let me show you. And pretty much everybody from all around the station will come here and use your biomass generator, your biogenerator. Because in here, as we're filling up units of this, you could use units to make things. Synthetic milk. Uh-oh, the cow's pissed. There you go, Bessie the cow. So wheat stalks, what did we make here? This is just wheat still? So this guy is now growing some fly amanitas and nettles. He might be doing some experiments with high potent toxins, or with the nettles you can grow something called death nettles, which are insane. More things you're going to need to know around here. Like I mentioned earlier, you can hack the machines. This one you can now buy contraband from. He hacked it. We have ammonia, dimethylamine, and saltpeter. These three things are amazingly great for your plants. I'll tell you what they do now and a couple other chemicals. Starting with ammonia, 10% chance to increase yield and instability by 1, but it heals the plant, more importantly, if it's hurt from pests and other things. Dimethylamine is quickly maxes yield and health, removes instability, and 1 to 2 pests. Let's buy some of that. Okay. Saltpeter quickly increases potency and can improve production speed, and it also heals the plant. Hugely amazing. Now the contraband and the seeds, let me show you. This is where you're going to be able to grow like glow shrooms, liberty caps, super hallucinations, the nettles obviously. The plump helmets, which can mutate into living monsters. You have cannabis in here. Strange seeds, the guy already grew. I think that's what this might be. And this one still hasn't mutated yet. Now, if you want to make it mutate quicker, you want to go get stuff like unstable mutagen. Then it gets crazy. There's also advanced botany tools that can mutate plants to whatever you want, but they have to have a level of 20 endurance or greater. You get endurance by growing your plant strong. Things that help it grow strong for endurance specifically would be giving it stuff like the ammonia is good for that. Just general fertilizers. The best thing would be something called Enduro Grow. And you get these things from the biogenerator. Watch this. You go to the biogenerator, you have to put a liquid container in there. Behind this thing of syringes is a thing of beakers. I'm just alt left clicking to access it. Throw a beaker in, go over to chemicals, and here you go. Enduro Grow. You would just basically pump some of this, and you can make cocktails of fertilizers. Like we could put some left for Z. I mean, sometimes they negate themselves. So now we have a little chemical cocktail of fertilizers in here. This cow, I don't know if it's a real player or what, but it's eating. Liquid Earthquake increases the plant's production speed as well as its susceptibility to weeds. So it makes stuff grow faster but also weeds. You'll have to keep on it much more. Let's harvest the pumpkins. They're getting bigger and bigger. Now to really get mutations, you want to just basically keep giving a plant left for Z over and over and over again. Keep increasing the instability. The reason why we're not getting anything with the wheat is because we don't have perennial growth. Let me show you how to get that. Take these. He's grafting all these plants, damn it. Well, look, we grafted wheat. Okay, we just grafted the tomato plants and the unique trait off of the tomato plant. To see what the unique trait is, you use your plant analyzer. Core plant traits none, but plant traits liquid content and perennial growth. Grafting this plant would give liquid content. So that means when you throw a tomato, it explodes in the liquid. We could basically put that on a pumpkin now. So now these pumpkins, when we throw them, see how it has liquid in them? And I think we slip on it. Oh no, we don't, but we could slip on it if we integrated Space Lube into these pumpkins also. So that was a quick little grafting thing. See how that pumpkin doesn't squash when I throw it? But the other one did. That's from grafting. Our generator is almost full. If we were to graft these mushrooms, essential fungal vitality, and you just have to look that up on the wiki what exactly that does. So these lack nutrients. See how it's yellow? Got some pests. So the gameplay loops of botany would be experiment with plants, grow different plants every round, mutate some of them, and grow the others strong, or either or, mutate all of them. The mutations is where the fun is. Look at the wiki, focus on a mutation you want. For example, some of my favorite mutated plants are the combustible lemons, that they're like grenades, and the more potent and big you grow them, the bigger the explosion happens. It's amazing. They have these puff balls you can grow and mutate that have all sorts of chemicals in them. It's wild. Your strange seeds grow random things with random chemicals. Eventually, when you get good enough at this, you'll be able to be your own chemistry department. Harvesting chemicals, making different things. If you screw drive the Sapmaster XP, take the board out and then reset the board, I think. Just examine it, you'll see what to do. And then you put it all back together, it becomes the same exact machine as chemistry. So let me show you. You take these mushrooms, you put them in the juicer or grinder over here. You could do one or the other. And if you juice something and it comes back the vegetables again, then just grind it. So it basically can't be juiced. Like this. Let me inject. See, they're still there? Let's grind it up. It'll make an animation if it's working. And if we put that in here, see how we could just make condiment packets? This thing is not, it's not what we want. So if we inject this very powerful poison, we have to go get a screwdriver. So with a screwdriver now, left click on the machine to open up the board, use a crowbar on it to take it apart, and you use the mode select is with a screwdriver on the board. Condiment Master, Chem Master, you want it on Chem Master. So now take the board, put it all back together, and you can upgrade the parts also. And now you have a Chem Master. A lot of new players don't realize, besides giving your produce to the chef or the biogenerator, you could give your produce to cargo and they can make a lot of money selling some of your fruits and vegetables, especially some of the more exotic mutations. So for mutating, you just want to give the plant left for Z over and over and over again. whenever you can. You want to make sure you have a perennial plant that it keeps growing for a life cycle. You don't want to do it with a plant that dies every time, or give that plant perennial growth. That just helps with them mutating. This lemon tree's instability is up at 18, it's up to 22 now. It's growing as it's metabolizing the left for Z. Once it gets above 20% or 20 here, it has a chance to mutate. The higher the instability, the more of a chance. You want to get it to 50. Get our cultivator ready so we can clear any pests in there. We remove weeds right now just to get ahead of it. And then we just keep adding left for Z. Keep increasing the instability. My goal of this mutation is to get combustible lemons. Now you could give it other fertilizers while you do this to keep some of the other stats okay. Because as you're giving it just left for Z, it's not really growing in good stats anywhere else. You're just kind of increasing the instability, and I think it heals the plant a little bit. 35 instability. Now let's try to hack the machine. Now I don't have insulated gloves, so you can get electrocuted doing this without insulated gloves. Damn it. I think that was the white one, right? It is highly recommended you find insulated gloves. So look, we finally got combustible lemons. It has mutated, so now you want to start giving, you don't want to give it left for Z anymore. Now you want to give it some good stuff like robust harvest, a little enduro grow, but you really want saltpeter. We can hack this one out here. Okay, so a quick recap. We gave it left for Z until it mutated into what we wanted. It's random, so it could have turned into a different kind of lemon mutation, but we got the one we wanted by chance. Now I'm giving it enduro grow, robust harvest, and also saltpeter from a hacked nutrient machine. The saltpeter is going to make it really potent and big explosions. So these lemons we're just going to dump. Let's go put them in the fridge for the chef. It's just good practice. Because these lemons are going to be literal grenades. Wait till you see this. Now a little splash of liquid earthquake would make it grow faster. So we can mix a little liquid earthquake in our saltpeter. Look, we got our first harvest. Pretty decent size. I just used a little pest spray on it to keep the pest level down. We're going to have to water it soon, so let me grab the watering thing. The watering can. And now we just tend to the plant and just keep giving it what it needs. It's very potent and the yield's low though. Let's go test out one of these lemons. You want to see what this does? Let's go into maintenance. So you activate it like a grenade and then you throw it. You better throw it quick. I don't want to get too close, but yeah, there you go. It blew up that wall, so they're potent enough to blow walls up. But we have to get the yield up to really... I think that's the cloud room back there. I don't know what that is. How about this? Ready? Oh! Game over. And here's a great point that I want to reiterate, is botany is an extremely robust role. A lot of beginners don't realize how powerful botany is and how powerful a botanist is. In an average bar fight, a botanist has so many tricks up his sleeve, so many poisons and plants that he could just hit you with, and you just saw the devastation of one combustible lemon with a really short fuse. That was awesome. Botany seems like a huge, overwhelming task to learn, and it was for me in the beginning. But once you wrap your head around feeding your plants, maintaining them, what makes them healthy, what chemicals make them unstable, how to mutate things quickly, inefficiently, efficiently, and then from there you will learn better and better plants. Different rounds, you will experiment with different mutated plants. Definitely botany is an amazing role. I find the wiki is very good. Study small parts of it. You're not going to learn every single mutation, every single plant, but you will get better every round. The final thing you should learn is beekeeping. Beekeeping is very simple, and the guide on the wiki you can definitely follow with ease. And the reasons you would want to keep bees is any plants you grow around them have increased yield, vitality, and potency. So with bees, you can get that final stage of awesome plants. In a perfect world, everybody in botany would own the $1,000 beekeeping costume that you order from Cargo, and you would build another airlock in front of the door to keep the bees from escaping, and you would just have the bees freely in botany. They would defend you from people intruding, but more reasonable and sensible ways. Certain maps have beekeeping areas pre-built. Metastation does not. You can build one. Definitely experiment with bees, and you can also inject the queen with any chemical, 5 units of the chemical, and the queen will inject that chemical into future generations of bees. So you can have bees that sting people with any chemical you could think of, from weed to get people high, to poisons and toxins, or even curing bee stings. Have fun. Thank you for watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you like it. Share this with a friend that's learning the game. Hit that subscribe button for more awesome game content and Space Station 13 content, and I'll catch you on the next one.